Hi. I have mentioned elsewhere in my other talks that the way we used to read OSP chapter by chapter, and our uh, teacher used to expound on the ideas. He was a student of OSP for years together, and he was a school teacher. He was a family man, and he had children, and he used to do this out of his own time to disseminate the knowledge among deserving people. He used to lay a great emphasis on the doctrinal portion of OSP. The doctrinal portion, um, according to him, consisted of four parts. One is the book of discipline, the other is the book of inspiration, the next is the book of judgment, and the last one is the book of Jehovah's kingdom on earth. He used to tell us that if you want to read everything else, you can go ahead and do it. But once you live with the way the doctrinal portion tells us to live, then our life is totally under our control, as well as we are blessed by the higher angels in the heavens. So the selfishness in man gets aside, and you start thinking of your own improvement, as well as how you are useful to the rest of the world, the society, your family, your surroundings, your community, etc. This is one of the things that OSP also has been propounding. These are some of the highlights of the book of inspiration I will put forward to you. We human beings are like a ray of light originating in the Creator and ending in all of us. So it is like, the best example is like the sun. The light of the sun originates so many millions of miles away, but it ends in us. So similarly, the Creator is there up, and he is like a sun, and emanating all the rays, and each ray ends in every person. So that ray, according to me, is centered in our heart, and it keeps on guiding us, it keeps on speaking to us. That is, if we listen to him. And if we listen to him, that one small voice inside, then it never fails. It always shows us a correct way of leading our lives. This is what I compare it to, is like walking on the edge of the sword. If you have been used to walking on the edge of the sword, and if you have done it for a few years, then walking on the edge of the sword becomes easy for you, because that is for you it becomes like a highway, and you keep on going on. Other people are going on it or not is totally beyond us, not in our control, as well as we are not bothered as to what it is doing, because human life is individual, and individual has to live it according to his own best and the highest light. it is our responsibility to let that ray of Creator's light grow like a sun within all of us. The light of the Creator should illuminate our soul. Just like we are made physically, so we are made spiritually as well as intellectually. Just as out of physical foods our bodies are made to grow, similarly from His light we are raised in spirit and consciousness. All our thoughts, all our knowledge and our judgment is given by and through the Creator. All our bodies as well as the knowledge of our senses came to us from outside of ourselves, directly from Him. All the knowledge around us has been there for years together, and it comes directly to us through our senses or indirectly to us through His inspiration. All our knowledge is man's capacity to perceive His light. All our thoughts, ideas and impulses are directly because of the Creator. The Creator created our senses in such a way that from all the senses we gather knowledge and information. From our eyes we see, from our ears we hear, we hear even if it is dark outside, but the sense of hearing is such that we can make out from what direction the sound has come from. We get our knowledge from through our skin, by seeing, by feeling, by touching, by extending a hand and getting an impulse of another hand or body just by touching. Even by touching, people send vibrations of their own bodies onto another body, and some of these sensations, when other people describe, it's really amazing as to how much a sense of touch can do and can achieve. Our brain interprets these senses and turns the senses of hearing and seeing and smell and turns it into knowledge. This knowledge gets into our bank, our storehouse. Within the storehouse of knowledge and memories, they are made at appropriate time, and this is accumulated inspiration, a gift to each of us given by the Creator. This knowledge is we can call back on this knowledge at sometimes when either we need it or because of His presence, sometimes in emergencies, some of the knowledge and the thoughts come like a flash, and however much we would have tried by our own efforts to call back the knowledge, it would not come. But it is only because of the ever present in us that one small voice which has the complete data bank from which the small voice can recall everything that has been recorded into our brains in terms of knowledge. Thank you. More in the next one.